Hi ladies, so today's video is going to be a review on the L'Oreal Magic Anti-Redness Correcting Primer. This is, I think it's fairly new. It might be, I don't think it's, obviously it's been out for, I want to say at least a month, but I picked it up at Walgreens, was anxious to try it because redness is one of the things that I battle with my skin. It's pretty much redness and dark eye circles are the only two things that I really have to correct. I don't have a lot of acne. I don't have a lot of discoloration, dark spots or whatever. And my freckles that do peek through, they don't bother me. So this caught my eye, obviously, because it's something that I like to cover up. And so I used it about 4 times. No, I used it 5 times. And the reason why I stopped using it is I started to break out. You can see right here, it's now starting to go away, but I got this like massive boulder on the side of my nose and nothing else in my makeup routine has changed other than adding this. So the only assumption I can the conclusion I can come to is this made me break out, which is obviously a big no-no, but it might be something, my skin is a little bit sensitive, so it might not be something that breaks you out. But some of the other things that I didn't like about it is, the first thing is, obviously it's anti-redness. This is what it comes out as. It's a green, obviously green counteracts red. It blends well. A little bit goes a long way. I just did 1 squirt and that pretty much is a little bit too much for your whole face. But the problem I had was, even when I put it on my face, like it automatically canceled out everything and I was like, oh, this is gonna work really well. And I kind of waited like 3 to 4 minutes in between, as I usually do with any primer, just to kind of let it sink in and dry. But by the time I went to go put my foundation on, I found that I was still using the same amount of foundation to cover my redness as if I didn't use this, as if I used a translucent or clear primer. So I didn't really see a big difference in the anti-redness. I felt like I did use the same amount of foundation. So it just really didn't, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, all the redness is gone and I just need a little bit. I still needed the same amount. And then also, aside from it breaking out, the third thing I didn't like about it was the fact that, to me, a primer is supposed to make your makeup last longer. That's the purpose of it. You prime your face, make it last longer. I do use the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray that works miracles, but I still use a primer just to kind of make it, a nice base, kind of thing. I currently use the Loreal oil-free primer because it doesn't have any silicone in it, and I've used that with all different foundations. Now with this one, I ended up using it 5 times, and the reason was I was trying to figure out if it was this foundation that I was using, maybe the combination, but basically I tried it with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, the Tarte, Amazonian Colored Clay Liquid Foundation, and then the Super Goop BB Cream. Now these are the 2 foundations, the Tarte and the Naked Skin, and then the BB Cream are the 3 kind of face things that I kind of rotate out. Sometimes I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, so I'll use the Tarte. Sometimes I want a little bit more natural look, so I'll use the BB Cream and stuff like that. So those 3 I've used with my Loreal primer, and they all work really, really great. So I used each one of those foundations and the 2 foundations and the BB Cream with this primer, and it did the same thing with all of them. It broke up my makeup in my T-zone. In this area right here on the bridge of my nose, or the end of my nose, and then right here, it literally like started to break up my makeup. You could see patches of my redness coming through and then patches of the makeup kind of like wearing off. I've never had that happen with any of the foundations that I've used or the BB cream when I'm using with the Loreal primer. So the only thing that has changed is this. I've used those foundations without any primer and they've never done that. This is the only thing that I changed. So those are the 3 things that I didn't like about it, and it's not something that I would recommend. Number 1, because I used the same amount of foundation. It didn't seem to help me use less product. Number 2, it broke me out, which doesn't necessarily mean it will break you out, but it's a big no-no for me. And number 3, it didn't actually make my makeup stay longer. It actually broke my makeup apart. And if it was, and like I said, I tried to do it with different different formulas of the foundation because I figured maybe it was just a chemical reaction, or maybe just, the BB cream especially sometimes BB creams, you know, they already, I don't know if this one has, my BB cream has a primer in it or whatever, but I just thought maybe there was some kind of reaction between the foundations that made it kind of, you know, not go together. But with two different foundations and one BB cream, and I still had the same problem, and it's the primer. So I cannot recommend that. If you have tried this product and it actually works, please leave comments below and let other people know, and especially me, if there's a foundation out there that has worked. But definitely, if you've tried this, leave your comments below and let other viewers know whether or not you liked it. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it. It didn't work for me. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.